How's it going, everybody? Dan Fagella here with Micro BJJ. I'm going to be answering a question by Bryant Bentley, who had asked if there are any calf cranks from the 50-50. He had asked this during the Giant Killer webinar that we had done last week there, and I was kind of exploring it a little bit. It's certainly not an easy connection, but there's ways that it can be done, and ways that it can not only be used as a submission, but also a pretty useful transition. So if I'm here with Tim, we're in the 50. To my best knowledge, there is no blatantly evident calf crank that happens from this position. Any of the matches I've watched of high-level guys in this position, even experimenting on my own, just trying to figure out how you can make it work, it's not really all that self-evident. But transitioning out of this position, calf crank orientations start to open up. So one way that might happen is somebody, especially someone who's a little less experienced in the 50, but maybe just someone who you're fighting in the 50-50 with, steps this leg over. Now, sometimes if you're just here, you're holding on, you're attacking their leg, especially maybe you're starting to threaten his heel, somebody might step over, but you can also force it a little bit. So as I'm here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my foot or my knee between Tim's knees here by pulling on his outside knee and doing this. As I do this, I'm going to take this hand of mine to his top ankle. As I take this hand to his top ankle, I'm going to pull his top ankle off and bring my knee behind it. And now watch, I'm going to flare my knees. I'm going to force him to kind of turn towards his base. As he does, if he goes with me, great. If he doesn't, I'm going to just look to go to side control or something like that. If he is able to go, watch, now my shin will slide to the back of his knee. So as he turns to his knees, I'm here. And now again, I can lock around his waist or around this one leg. I can pull myself up and through and force my submission for the calf crank pretty easily here, especially if I tip off to the side. So I prefer to lock around the leg itself, keep my legs triangled, tip off to the side, at which point if I drive my hips forward, pretty easy submission. Now if I don't want to use this as a sub, I can also, if we scooch around a little bit, if I don't want to use this as a sub, his foot is shelved on my hip here. I can bump my hips away a little bit to free that leg up and then just come right up on top and start looking for back mount and hunting for his back. So it's not explicitly from the 50-50, but in terms of transitions in and out of that position, they do arise, and that's a cool one that I like. So hopefully you dig that one, Brian. I hope that's useful. Most creative Kimura setup. All right. And how to prevent or pass the 50-50.